The day is finally here. Hey, what's going on, everybody? This is Tyrone back with Tech Life. Here, I have a great article for you guys from Verizon's News Center. I'll leave a link to it in the description so you guys could check it out. So, I've been giving you guys subtle hints. Starting Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, I knew this announcement was coming. I've been giving you hints on the Twitter platform, or X, whatever they call it now. We started seeing markets opening up more bandwidth, but people were still trying to, figure out, okay, is this every market? Are there some that are still not cleared? No, I have been told every single market is now cleared with full C-band that was purchased in March of 2021. So Verizon turbocharges its 5G network with the addition of more spectrum. So I'll read that out here briefly. Today, Verizon announced that it now has access to the total amount of 5G spectrum awarded at the auction in March 2021, 4 months ahead of schedule. This allows Verizon to move quickly, expand and enhance its 5G ultra wideband network nationwide, more than doubling and in some markets tripling the 5G bandwidth available to serve customers. This will provide much greater capacity to accommodate more customers and more robust services. As well as enable higher data speeds, this additional spectrum will allow Verizon to offer 5G home broadband and business internet service to more customers. So I'll get right to this specific chart. So the HQ already sent out the emails and messages. This now means for the local teams to open up 5G broadband to more addresses where the capacity allows for it. So specifically, Verizon now has access to a minimum of 140 megahertz of total spectrum in the contiguous United States and an average of 161 megahertz nationwide. That's bandwidth in every available market, 406 markets in all. Up to 200 megahertz in 158 mostly rural markets covering nearly 40 million people. This will further enhance Verizon's broadband solution portfolio for rural Americans. So this is interesting, right? So this is the part where I will stand by my decision and opinion. Verizon will take the speed lead from T-Mobile. The spectrum is just too contiguous across the entire footprint. And then in rural, it just gets even more contiguous, right? In rural America, they go from being at 140 at minimum to an average of 161 in the top, or in the all of the available 408 markets. In the last 158, they go to 200 megahertz. That means the A block and the B block are both contiguous 100 megahertz. Now, of course, they have to aggregate that, but in some of these markets, I'll go ahead and say it in this video, where Verizon notices it's more busier, they will deploy, I'm told from the engineering team, they will deploy two separate massive MIMO antennas from Samsung or from Ericsson. So both the A and the B block can operate at full power for better range. So let me explain what that means. So the 6449s, for an example, and the 6419s that T-Mobile has been deploying, where they just deploy one panel, they have to split the power between all of the blocks that they're running. So that limits the range of how far the 2.5 can go. Where Verizon sees fit, where it's busier, where they may lack some range on C-band that they know, and instead of just putting a new site, they'll just add an additional massive MIMO panel to extend the range out further to cover more homes with home broadband, whatever the case may be. And then, of course, after that, low band will kick in, or some of the other mid-band like AWS, PCS. But they're going to do what's necessary to push the spectrum as far as it can go and be as meaningful as it can for Verizon. So this is a game changer for the company from a network perspective. I understand that on the business side, they still have some work to do. They still got to grow their consumer business. They have to become more competitive. Right now, my opinion on that, I just don't see it. I don't see the current leadership making a drastic enough of a change to cut into T-Mobile's growth. So T-Mobile will continue growing the way that they have been, if not accelerate even. Verizon is probably in a position right now where operationally they're prioritizing the financials, and they're in a position right now to even increase pricing even further. That's how much pressure they have on the balance sheet because they're pushing it. That's what they're publicly disclosing. Hey, judge us on service revenue, judge us on profits, judge us on free cash flow. So if they see in the numbers that they can't hit their targets and they don't have the growth to support it, they're going to have to just raise price. And that's what they've been doing. So that's going to fuel T-Mobile's growth. That's what they want to do. That's going to fuel AT&T. It's going to fuel the MVNOs, the cable companies. But from a network perspective, as to how much Verizon has been investing since LTE, how much more they're investing now, how quickly they're deploying C-band, where the radios are already deployed, they're quickly turning up additional bandwidth. They have their own fiber running across more than 50% of their cell sites. They are running on their own fiber that's going to 10 gig. This morning I received a speed test of 100 megahertz in Queens, New York, doing like 1.8 gigs. So they're going to speed up. This will be, mark my words, this will be the fastest median increase in the shortest period we will ever see. I'm told in some markets, Verizon's already hitting 500 median speeds, megabits per second on median downlink. This week, we'll see more route markets launch. The week after that, we'll see more. We'll see Verizon continue to increase in speeds. And given the recent success on fixed wireless access, I wouldn't be surprised if Verizon accelerates the deployment even more. Now, if maybe they add CapEx to that, or they just take away CapEx from, let's say, Fios or other business units. But I think they further accelerate because now they see what their positive momentum is, and they're going to look to further accelerate. So let me know what you think about that in the comment section down below. Look forward to reading you guys' comments. Make sure you like, share, subscribe. See y'all in the next one. Peace.